Welcome to day 2. What you're going to experience today is one of the highlights of the Silva program. This is called the centering exercise. So on the first day, I took you through what is called a short relaxation exercise that took roughly around 15 minutes, and we programmed within you the 3-to-1 method. Here in day 2, we're going to start in the same way. When you get to the alpha level, we're going to spend around 10 minutes at that level programming your mind with unique, beneficial, ingenious statements designed by Jose Silva to activate different abilities within your mind and your body. Now, Jose Silva was extremely meticulous about the wording and the design of these statements. Keep in mind that as the head of the Silva method, before he passed away in 1999, he had trained over 1 million people. And so he knew exactly what word patterns worked. And what you're going to be experiencing in the centering exercise is a series of what Jose called programming statements to bring out new abilities in you. This is powerful stuff. Listening to these statements when you're at a deep level of mind almost has a hypnotic command on you. It will help activate your intuition, activate positive thoughts, activate a better and more wholesome sense of self. All of this while you are fully awake and conscious. This is an important bit. You are not going to be hypnotized. You will be able to hear exactly what I'm saying. The control is in your hands. And I'm going to explain to you the statements that we're going to use so there are no surprises. So we're going to start with 3, 3, 3, and I'm going to guide you in a full body relaxation. Then we're going to go on to 2, 2, 2. I'm going to guide you into mental relaxation, and then 1, 1, 1. And you're going to be relaxed and enter your alpha level. But that's where we're now going to add another dimension. To ensure that you go deeper into alpha, we are now going to do a 10-to-1 deepening countdown. So this is an add-on that you can do to go even deeper. I'm simply going to count backwards from 10 to 1. And as I count backwards, you're going to feel yourself going deeper and deeper into an alpha level of mind. As this is happening, you'll hear the alpha sound in the background, gently guiding your brain frequency to the alpha level. The next thing we're going to do is program on you the best time to practice. Now, if you listen to the wording that I'm going to use, you will see that we're not deciding when and how you practice. We're simply offering Jose's advice. This is what you're going to hear me say when you're in a deep state of meditation. I'm going to program to you that the best time to practice the countdown deepening exercise is in the morning when you wake up. I'm going to recommend to you that the second best time to practice is at night before you go to sleep. And I'm going to recommend to you that 5 minutes of practice is good, 10 minutes is very good, 15 minutes is excellent. Practicing once a day is good, twice a day is very good, 3 times a day is excellent. So if you think about it, you could practice for 5 minutes once a day, or you could practice this for 15 minutes 3 times a day. Now, the exercise we're doing right now is close to 30 minutes, but as you get better and better and better at Silva, you'll be able to go deep into your center level in a mere seconds, focus on whatever problem you want to solve or whatever vision of your life you want to create, and then come out in 15 minutes flat. When I was working on several major projects in my life, I would do this 3 times a day for 15 minutes each, and the results were dramatic. But I've also had incredible success in life doing this once a day for 5 minutes. So we're going to program this into you, and you will decide what ratio is best for you. But there's no pressure here to dedicate hours a day in meditation. Now let's go on to the second thing we're going to be programming into you. We're going to program into you genius statements and beneficial statements. They sound something like this. My increasing mental faculties are for serving humanity better. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better, better, and better. Positive thoughts bring me benefits and advantages I desire. And this one, I have full control and complete dominion over my sensing faculties at this level of mind and any other level, including the outer conscious level. So all of these are what you would call positive statements that you can repeat to yourself while you're at the center level. And you can design your own. But when you repeat these statements to yourself at the center level, they have a profound impact on your subconscious, and these statements become true. Now this is where things are going to get a little bit weird, but I want you to have an open mind. Now, the next thing Jose Silva designed is a way to program into you the faculties of ESP. or what he called external sensory projection, the ability to project your consciousness across time and distance to retrieve information that you can use to benefit humanity. For example, I'm now learning to attune my intelligence by developing my sensing faculties and to project them to any point or place on any planet within the solar system, any solar system within the galaxy, and any galaxy within the universe, so as to be aware of any actions taking place if this is necessary and beneficial for humanity. For your convenience, I've pasted these statements below this video so you can read them and you know exactly what is being programmed into your mind. And then we're going to program into you what Jose Silva calls post-effect statements. These are ways you're going to feel when you come out of the meditation. Here's an example. Every time you function at these levels of mind, you will receive beneficial effects physically and mentally. You may use these levels of mind to help your loved ones physically and mentally. You will never use these levels of mind to harm any human being. If this be your intention, you will not be able to function within these levels of mind. Again, these post-effect statements are pasted below this video so you can view them easily at your convenience. And you know exactly what is being programmed into you. I'm then going to bring you out with the 1 to 5 count up, and you are done for today. So at this point, I want you to get ready to go into the centering exercise. Budget 30 minutes for this. But know that you are going to emerge from this so awake, so feeling wonderful that you can do this in the morning before you go to work, and you're going to have an incredible day at work. But as you're doing this, make sure that you have quiet and solitude and you're not going to be interrupted and you're in a comfortable place. Let's get ready to begin.